What to do with grass clippings. Stop making these mistakes. Every time you mow your lawn, you are collecting something that many gardeners throw away without realizing how useful it can be. Grass clippings are not simply garden waste. They contain valuable organic matter and nutrients, especially nitrogen, and when they are used correctly, they can help feed plants, protect the soil, improve compost, and even reduce the amount of fertilizer your lawn needs. But there is a problem. Using grass clippings the wrong way can create bad smells, encourage rot, introduce weeds, and potentially damage your vegetable garden. So in today's Garden Ova video, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with grass clippings, the best ways to use them around your garden, and the important mistakes you should avoid. 1. Use grass clippings to make liquid fertilizer. One of the most useful things you can do with fresh grass clippings is turn them into a simple homemade liquid fertilizer. Freshly cut grass contains nitrogen along with smaller amounts of other nutrients. Nitrogen is especially important for leafy plant growth. To make the fertilizer, collect fresh grass clippings from a lawn that has not recently been treated with herbicides or other chemicals. Place the clippings into a large bucket or container. You don't need to pack the grass tightly. Fill roughly half to 2/3 of the container with clippings. Next, add water until the grass is completely covered. Rainwater is excellent if you have it, but ordinary water can also be used. Cover the container loosely and leave the mixture outside for several days. As the grass begins to break down, nutrients and soluble organic compounds move into the water. You may notice that the water becomes dark and develops a strong smell. That is normal during decomposition. Once the liquid has developed, strain out the grass. The remaining liquid should usually be diluted before being applied around plants. A mild mixture is safer than pouring a very concentrated solution directly onto roots. Use it primarily around plants that benefit from nitrogen during active leafy growth. And remember, more fertilizer does not always mean better growth. Too much nitrogen can encourage excessive leaves while reducing flowers or fruit. 2. Use fresh grass clippings as mulch. Another excellent use for grass clippings is mulch. Mulch is simply material placed on top of the soil to protect it. Grass mulch can help reduce water evaporation, suppress small weeds, moderate soil temperature, and gradually return nutrients to the soil as it breaks down. But this is where many gardeners make their first major mistake. Never pile a thick layer of wet grass directly around your plants. Fresh clippings contain a lot of moisture. When they are piled too deeply, they can compress into a dense, slimy layer that prevents good airflow. Instead, apply fresh clippings in a thin layer. Allow the first layer to begin drying before adding more. You can place the grass around tomatoes, peppers, onions, cucumbers, squash, and many other garden crops. But keep the mulch slightly away from the main stem of each plant. You don't want wet organic material constantly pressing against the stem because that can create conditions that encourage stem problems and decay. As the grass dries, it will shrink considerably. You can then gradually add another thin layer when needed. 3. Dry the grass before using it around some crops. If you have a large amount of freshly cut grass, you don't necessarily have to use it immediately. Spread the clippings out in a thin layer somewhere dry and allow them to wilt or dry. Once dried, they become much easier to handle. Dry grass is particularly useful as surface mulch because it is less likely to form the heavy, wet mats that fresh grass sometimes creates. You can use dried grass around crops such as potatoes. The mulch helps shade the soil from intense sunlight and reduces moisture loss. It can also help keep the soil surface softer. However, don't completely replace proper potato hilling with loose mulch unless you are already using a growing method designed for that purpose. The main goal is to protect the soil while maintaining good airflow. And because dry grass is lightweight, you may need to add it gradually rather than applying an extremely thick layer all at once. 4. Add grass clippings to your compost. If you have a compost pile, grass clippings can be extremely valuable. In composting, fresh grass is considered a green material because it contains plenty of nitrogen. Nitrogen helps microorganisms break down organic material, but throwing a huge pile of fresh grass into your compost bin can create another common problem. The pile may become wet, compacted, and smelly. That's because compost needs both nitrogen-rich green materials and carbon-rich brown materials. Brown materials include things like dry leaves, shredded cardboard, small dry twigs, untreated paper, and dry plant material. Whenever you add a layer of fresh grass, mix it with plenty of brown material. A useful starting point is approximately 1 part fresh green material to around 2 parts loose brown material by volume, then adjust depending on how wet your ingredients are. If your compost smells unpleasant or feels slimy, you probably have too much wet green material. Add more dry brown material and mix the pile to improve airflow. If the compost seems extremely dry and decomposition is very slow, you may need more green material or a little moisture. A healthy compost pile should be moist but not soaking wet. Leave some clippings on the lawn. Here is something that might save you a surprising amount of work. You don't always need to collect your grass clippings. When the lawn is mowed regularly and the clippings are short, leaving them on the lawn can actually be beneficial. Small clippings quickly settle between the grass blades and begin decomposing. As they break down, some nutrients are returned to the soil. This process is sometimes called grass cycling. It can reduce the amount of garden waste you have to remove while recycling nutrients directly back into your lawn. However, there is an important difference between leaving short clippings and leaving huge piles of long, wet grass. If your lawn has grown very tall and mowing produces thick clumps, spread those clumps out or collect some of them. A thick layer can block sunlight and air from reaching the grass underneath. 6. Use grass clippings to improve garden soil. Grass clippings can also contribute organic matter to your garden over time. Rather than digging huge amounts of fresh grass deeply into the soil, it is usually better to compost the grass first or allow it to break down naturally as surface mulch. Why? Fresh grass buried in large quantities begins decomposing underground. Microorganisms become very active, and conditions can become poorly aerated if too much wet material is buried together. Composted grass is much easier to incorporate into vegetable beds. Finished compost improves soil structure, supports soil organisms, and can help soil hold moisture while still remaining workable. This is one reason grass clippings are so valuable. You're turning something that could have been thrown away into organic matter that eventually returns to your garden. 7. Don't use clippings from chemically treated lawns. This is probably the most important warning in the entire video. Before using grass clippings around vegetables or adding them to compost, think carefully about what has been applied to the lawn. If the lawn has recently been treated with a weed killer or another herbicide, do not immediately spread those clippings around sensitive garden plants. Some lawn herbicides can remain active in clippings for a period of time, and certain persistent herbicides may potentially cause problems for broad-leaved vegetables. Always read the product label and follow its instructions about using treated grass clippings as mulch or compost. If you don't know how the lawn was treated, especially if the grass came from someone else's property, it may be safer not to use those clippings directly in your vegetable beds. This is especially important when collecting grass from public spaces, roadside areas, or unknown lawns. Free organic material isn't useful if it introduces unwanted chemicals into your garden. 8. Avoid grass full of weed seeds. Another mistake is collecting grass after weeds have already produced mature seeds. If your lawn contains flowering weeds that have gone to seed, those seeds can end up inside the clippings. Then, you spread the clippings around your vegetable beds, and a few weeks later, you're wondering why weeds are appearing everywhere. Grass containing immature weeds is usually less concerning. But once seed heads have fully developed, be more careful. A properly managed hot compost pile can destroy many weed seeds, but small home compost piles do not always reach or maintain sufficiently high temperatures throughout the entire pile. So prevention is often much easier. 9. Don't let wet grass become a solid pile. If you've ever left a large pile of freshly cut grass sitting for several days, you probably know what happens. The inside can become extremely warm. The grass begins breaking down rapidly, oxygen becomes limited, and the pile can develop a strong, unpleasant odor. Instead of leaving grass in one giant mound, either spread it out to dry, add thin layers to the garden, mix it properly into compost, or leave short clippings on the lawn. Proper airflow makes a huge difference. 10. Turn your lawn waste into a garden resource. Think about what normally happens after mowing. The grass is cut, it goes into a mower bag. The bag gets emptied, and in many gardens, those clippings are treated like rubbish. But with a little planning, the exact same material can become mulch, compost ingredients, soil-building organic matter, lawn nutrients, and even a simple homemade plant feed. You don't need to use every clipping in the same way. Fresh clippings can be applied carefully as thin mulch. Extra clippings can be dried. Some can go into compost alongside brown materials. And when your lawn is being mowed frequently, small clippings can simply remain where they fall. The key is understanding how quickly fresh grass decomposes. Don't pile it too thickly. Don't press wet grass against plant stems. Don't overload your compost with nothing but grass. Be careful with grass from chemically treated lawns, and avoid spreading clippings containing mature weed seeds. Do those things correctly, and something that used to feel like garden waste suddenly becomes a useful resource that costs you absolutely nothing. So the next time you finish mowing your lawn and look at that pile of fresh grass, don't immediately throw it away. Your vegetables, compost pile, lawn, and soil may all have a use for it. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Garden Ova for more simple gardening techniques, practical growing tips, and ways to get more from the space and materials you already have. And remember, sometimes the best garden resources aren't the things you buy, they're the things you almost threw away.